Nice. Classic, just start recording whenever.
Yep, just the moment you open it.
I
It
know.
just goes straight in.
Anything show.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything. So we have not. So we have not recapped the news that we got from the San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that at all. So there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, we just dropped some posts on our Facebook, but we haven't gotten our expert analysis. Who the fuck is that? Oh, never mind. For anybody who, or the one possibly 2 or 3 people who actually listen to our podcast
when
now.
you listen to it, when you edit it later.
Yeah, I know. Now we're recording at a new location, my house, because there is responsibilities that I have here that need to be fulfilled sometimes.
You can't just run down south for 4
Exactly.
hours.
Exactly. So we just isolate myself for fucking 4 hours here at the house.
Yeah.
So that if I hear screaming in the background, I at least know they're screaming. So San Diego Comic-Con, we had the announcement of a lot of things, and as a matter of fact, let me see if this will keep. It does keep recording. That's fucking awesome. All right, I'm still learning how to use this iPad.
I think that's the little indicator up there that it's
Yeah.
still recording. I mean, they told us everything that's going to be Phase 4.
Yes.
And I think the biggest thing is that they're investing so much into the continuity, including the Disney Plus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like,
In-
the WandaVision show is
Mhm.
going to be the lead-in to the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah. Whoa, really?
It comes out right before.
Oh, yeah. So, our lineup, including Disney Plus, is Black Widow first, then the Falcon Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, that's next. Then it's going to be the Eternals, then the Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings, WandaVision on Disney Plus, then Doctor Strange in the Madness, or Multiverse of Madness, then Loki on Disney Plus, What If on Disney Plus, and then Hawkeye,
then Thor.
then Thor Love and Thunder, and then Hawkeye on Disney Plus.
I love that Thor logo so much.
I know, man. It's like it's what's it called? He-Man, isn't that?
It does look. It is very Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, that's He-Man. Like kind of what do they call it?
It's
Font.
in that style. Yeah,
Font,
for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, breaking these down, we already know. Like we figured. Well, okay. So here's the thing. For me, I estimated like the Black Widow, the Eternals, the Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange 2, technically, but I had no idea about like the Thor.
Yeah, I think
movie.
Thor is like the only thing that's like a real big surprise coming out now.
Yeah.
I think most people would have thought there would have been a Black Panther 2 in
Yeah.
that spot.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know. Thor, like there just hadn't been any news about Thor for so long.
And we didn't know what Hemsworth was gonna do.
I mean, Hemsworth has been like begging to stay around because he's just talking about how much fun he's having all the time.
Yeah.
Especially with
After Ragnarok.
Yeah, after Ragnarok and his relationship with Taika.
Yeah.
Who, God bless that man. Love Taika Waititi.
Well, and they're both like Australian-ish.
No, well, one's Australian, one's New Zealand. So they're
It's close.
healing that divide.
Yeah,
because they
that's true.
Sharks and the Jets. Like,
Yeah.
fucking hate each other.
What did you say? The Sharks and the Jets?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
West Side Story.
I don't know.
Fucking get some culture. See a play.
Okay.
Yeah, get culture. Go watch that Cats movie. Let's talk about that.
No, I have not seen the trailer because
You
I've
haven't
heard.
watched the
No, because I'm
trailer?
terrified. I'm
Dude,
scared.
It's so scary.
Oh God, I don't know.
It's just monsters.
No.
They're all monsters.
Oh God, I don't want to watch the trailer. We'll have to watch
side tangent on this side tangent.
Of course.
Do you watch Jack's Films on YouTube?
No.
Alright, well, it's just this YouTuber who's been around for forever, and he's just been like trashing this movie. Like the moment it came out, and it's been like a month. He's been trashing it, and somebody
has a movie been out or just a trailer?
No, the trailer.
Okay, okay.
And somebody deep faked him into the trailer as all of the cats, and it's a nightmare on top of a nightmare.
Holy shit! God damn. Yeah, fuck that trailer. Fuck
so
that.
Speaking of good things,
yeah. So I mean, one at a time. The Black Widow movie, where we knew it was gonna be a prequel, obviously, because she's 100% dead.
Yeah. And like not even like a.
Like a kind of.
Maybe like she's a Vision and is a robot and can be put back together. No, she did. She died for the Soul Stone.
Yeah,
so
she's hard dead. She did.
And it's right after, in between Civil War and Infinity War, is when they're setting it.
What? No.
Yeah.
I thought the movie is. Really, I thought the movie was gonna be like a origin.
It will have like flashbacks and it will explain some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like because a lot of it is going to be against Yelena, who is essentially the person who became Black Widow after Black Widow like gave up that moniker and like went public with all like that like document dump in Winter Soldier. So she sort of took over that super spy thing, and it's like they were like competitors at their weird like Red Room Academy, and so it's going to be playing a lot to that, which will lead into the backstory, and also whatever that dude who's Hopper on Stranger Things.
Hellboy.
Hellboy. I forget this character name. He's Russian Captain
America. Not Red something.
I feel like that's
it's
something
like the
that.
red flag or red something. I just saw it the other day.
Yeah.
And
he's gonna be another big person too.
Yeah, but what? Oh man, yeah, that sucks. And I saw, and it sucks because he's not gonna be the Thing like we thought. I don't know how
he was gonna be the Thing.
It was rumored that he was gonna be the Thing. He was gonna portray Ben Grimm.
I don't know how.
Prior to that would have been awesome.
I don't.
He would have been perfect, especially after Hellboy. He's like.
See Hellboy. It looked like trash.
I liked it. It's a very unpopular opinion, but I liked it.
Hot take.
Yeah, I know. So we've got that, and I mean, I don't know. I guess now I know a little bit less about the movie because I thought it was going to be like a full prequel.
That's what I thought it was going to be too.
Yeah.
It's going to be like her still being a super spy, like pre-Avengers.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, but I mean, it's still going to be a spy movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because we're going to have Taskmaster.
Yes.
Like
that was cool. I heard about that.
Yeah, that's going to be real fun. They apparently showed a little bit of him like fighting Natasha.
What?
Yeah, because I mean, like it was like an hour-long thing, the entire press conference, but it was they like did like 5 or 7 minute chunks for everything, and it was like, here's the announcement, here's a clip, and then they brought all the actors out.
Interesting.
And so they had different levels of those clips for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Some people was just like concept art and shit. Like Hawkeye, they didn't have like a Kate Bishop to show.
They just name dropped.
Yeah, they just showed the artwork from, I cannot remember the guy's name who did like the Kate Bishop run with Hawkeye.
Okay. Yeah.
But they like showed that art style and like showed her like her silhouette, and it was like, but
awesome.
Black Widow, because it's like the first thing coming up, they have like shit to show.
Mm-hmm.
And they were showing
they've been filming too. So
yeah, they left like Europe from filming to come to San Diego Comic-Con to fly back to continue filming.
Holy shit. Fucking dedication, man.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? Are you excited?
I'm interested. I'm interested, especially after the events of Endgame, because prior to that, I was like, oh well, when we just got the movie like name dropped, I was like, okay, so obviously Black Widow's gonna survive, but I still don't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry, Black Widow and Hawkeye to me were just like so insignificant characters. They played it off pretty well, but I was just like, ah, man, they're just schmucks who like are really good at what they're doing.
But they like both know it. Like that speech that Hawkeye gave to
Mm-hmm.
Wanda
Yeah.
in Ultron, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a guy with a bow and arrow,
Yeah.
and there's death robots flying in the sky. Like I'm just trying to do my best.
Yeah.
And like they know what they're about, and it's just a different flavor. You can't have everybody be a god on the
No,
team.
of course
and,
not. And I don't need that. I just, But I'm interested now, especially if the information that you're giving me, I'm gonna watch it. Like I'm not gonna not watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think like it's not my top thing on this list of stuff, but I'm definitely more interested in it than
I'm also
a bunch of others.
Yeah, and I'm also super interested to see how this like kicks off Phase 4.
Yeah.
Cuz like that's another big thing. Like this like Captain Marvel or no, yeah, this like Captain Marvel has to like give that big boom to like, okay, now I understand everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Marvel being a huge prequel to like Endgame essentially
To everything.
and to everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we understand kind of now how like everything worked. And like why certain things are the way they are and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat of wondering what it means for, because this is the first movie of like the second arc
Yeah.
of the Marvel stories, so I'm trying to figure out what it is going to do, considering it is a prequel. Like how it's going to affect. I honestly thought before this happened that like Shang-Chi was going to be the first thing, and with the rumor
Yeah.
being like the Ten Rings and the Mandarin being like
dude.
the big thing, I thought that would be perfect. Because
Dude, I'm
apparently
so
he's
fucking
everywhere. Like he was in
Yes.
Ant-Man. Not the Mandarin, but like there was a Ten Ring.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, because
operative there.
yeah,
And so like that would have been an interesting thing to be
Uh-huh.
like, this is a threat that's been here the entire time.
Yeah.
And we will get a huge like, not like a Thanos level villain, but like, oh, there is still a
This-
huge threat out there, and
exactly.
then that would have been a good kickoff for
exactly.
not like everything that's going to be happening, but like, oh, there's still stuff out there.
Uh-huh.
Black Widow being a prequel sort of is like a, I'm not gonna call it like a stumble or anything, but just sort of like a weird way to kick off.
Yeah.
So I'm curious
Exactly.
what they can do with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I figured like I thought Shang-Chi. Well, no. Okay, so I knew Black Widow was gonna be the first thing because I've really been like pushing and announcing it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was gonna be like this kind of like I knew I don't know, and I like what you like kind of said, how like Shang-Chi could be the lead to like at least Phase 4.
Yeah.
Like the main villain for Phase 4, because like, you know, Phase 1 it was Loki, Phase 2 it was like building up to even more stuff on top of that. Like everybody knew, okay, there's Cosmos out there, there's crazy people
everywhere now.
Yeah, so like we need to like build on that and a protection device, and then it just stumbles and it becomes Ultron, and then on top of that, Phase 3 was of course the big deal.
The threat that's
like,
been there the whole
yeah.
time.
We might actually have to pause this because my peeps are coming in. What? Dismiss.
Uh-oh.
And just like that, nothing happened.
What do you mean?
What?
What?
What pause? Alrighty. So it would be cool to have like the Mandarin like develop and be led up to as like the first like phase of villain. But that's the thing though, like we have all our Phase 4. Like this is Phase 4 to us. Like there is no Avengers in this one.
Yeah. Which
So,
is
like,
odd, but
Yeah, but I mean, I guess like it could just be. Now here's the thing. So like
I feel like they're gonna put some more stuff in here.
I don't know,
because
man.
it's just so many shows. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of this list is
Yeah.
just the Disney Plus.
Yeah. I
So
don't know, man.
like they're not gonna give up all that money and not like having Marvel movies, because there was a point where there were 3 a year,
Yes.
and now we're getting like
One, two.
We're getting, like, 2 a year?
3, 4, 5.
And we're getting 3.
Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's half and half.
Exactly, yeah. So we're getting, well, in 2011, we're getting 4 movies.
2021.
We're getting 3 movies, excuse me.
So wait, in 2020, it's Black Widow and then the Eternals.
Yeah.
And then oh god, I hope that doesn't blow my ears out. And then in 2021, it's Shang-Chi.
Doctor Strange, then Thor.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. That's still like...
That's weird to have phase... There's got to be more coming in 2022.
Phase 4 is going to be like super small.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so small. That's 2 years?
Yeah.
It took like 11 to get through 3 phases.
Well, so
unless like phase 5 and 6 are going to be like 5 years long each.
When did the first Avengers come out?
2012.
So it took 4 years, damn, for them to do one phase. Because Iron Man was 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's got to be more stuff.
I don't know, man. I feel like...
I just don't trust that they're going to invest this much of the story to be just on the Disney Plus, which is not going to be accessible to so many people.
No, I think it's going to be. I think they're going to, like... Here's the thing, man. Disney owns everything.
Yeah.
Like, everything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have Sports Center on this thing. Because they own ESPN.
Yeah, they do own ESPN.
So you're going to get so much with this shit. I don't know, man. I don't foresee them they're not going to lose money on it. Like, they're not going to lose money on Disney Plus. So many people are going to get it. Like, I don't know. We could also just be thinking about, like, the old school, like, style of thinking. Like, oh, it's Disney, so they have to get it. Like, everybody's going to have to get it.
I don't know. I'm assuming there's going to be more. Because, like, are we going to have to wait till phase 5 for another Deadpool movie? Deadpool's already over a year old. We'll have to wait till 2022? It'll be 4+ years for another Deadpool movie?
Why not? Just, like, build up?
I mean, I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I feel like there's going to be more.
You're probably right, but I'm sticking to my guns on this one. I think this is it. I think this is what we're getting. Eternals looks interesting. Here's the thing, and I will say this: there's so many movies in here that can take us one in which way, like as far as like what our big baddie is gonna be. Because like Black Widow could be setting up for something we don't know. Shang-Chi.
Because, I mean, Taskmaster, who's, like, supposedly the villain, is, like, he's not, like, the guy.
No, he's not. But he's also...
gun.
Yeah, and he's also, like, part of, like, all of those, like, Dark Avengers and everything. Like, you have him... Oh, shit. They could be leading up for Dark Avengers with this.
I don't know.
But, I mean, yeah, he's, like... Yeah, he was there, like... He's interchangeable with like Hawkeye as like in the Dark Avengers.
I wouldn't be surprised if they will get into a point where there's like multiple groups like on Earth that are like doing stuff, because like the Avengers don't exist anymore like in that universe. Like they talked about it in the Spider-Man movie. Like there's not like an Avengers anymore because there's no more Cap, there's no more Iron Man.
Hey, we're gonna get into that in a second.
Yeah, we will. I'm saying, but like the founders are gone, and so and there's not like a real big force bringing them together. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go into a bunch of different kinds of people, because like we already know like Captain Britain exists in the world. They like mentioned him by name,
Braddock,
and so like I wouldn't be surprised if there is like Young Avengers or just an international sort of thing going on. Like I feel like they could play around with it and then sort of pick and choose from those people who they want to be in like a real Avengers. Maybe even fuck it, maybe they start phase 5 with an Avengers movie.
That would be cool. Here's what I'll also say, just like quick side note on the shows, is that they treat it like Netflix, where they just drop all the fucking episodes. I don't want to wait. God. I understand that that's very millennial of me, but I don't want to wait for these things. So
yeah.
So yeah, we could go one each way. Um, the uh, the Eternals looks interesting. They have a great cast. Like,
A lot of stuff going into that.
dude, a whole. I didn't think Jolie was gonna actually show up, and she was fucking there. I was like, oh man, she actually like, she and Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek's gonna be the king of the Eternals. Holy shit!
Yeah, like seeing.
I don't know
out
much
there.
about the Eternals.
I feel like nobody knows that much about the Eternals. They're like, people are talking about like the Guardians being niche. Like this is fucking niche.
Yeah, like
And
they haven't had a comic since like decades.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I wasn't that nervous about the Guardians movie, even though a lot of people were like nervous about it. I figured it was gonna work just as like a comedy. This like sort of, I just don't know what to think about it.
Yeah,
I feel there is a level of prestige because like Jolie works so in like few projects. Like it's like sort of a thing if she commits to it, and like her obviously committing by showing up, like you said, and Salma Hayek.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's like for her, this is Marvel's equivalent of having like Ben Affleck. Like no joke. Like this is Marvel's equivalent of having like one of those A fucking plus lister like actors or actresses who like commit to nothing ever except for their own movies when they're like in control and shit. And like that's what Angelina Jolie is to Marvel. Like, and to have her show up again is like a huge holy shit, because Ben Affleck didn't even fucking show up for the shit when he was with Batman. Like, man, like holy hell, I don't know. And then you got Salma Hayek, and then you have like a couple of other like really good actors.
Richard Madden. I'm a big fan of Richard Madden.
Yes,
Kumail Nanjiani is great.
Dude, yes, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking
what
awesome.
The fuck they're gonna do.
Dude, I know, like, but I'm super excited because the Eternals can like to have them be this, and then like super just like diverse as far as like looks and male and female. Like it is. I'm like
the first deaf woman in a Marvel movie.
Yes, dude. I'm like super fucking hyped for this shit.
What is the name of the guy? It's got David Tyree Henry. Is that his name?
Which one? The black guy?
Yeah.
Well, he was the only black guy there.
Was he? Okay, maybe. I think that's his name, but I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And he was great in Widows. He was great in fuck. There's another movie of him that I really liked, and he's also in the Joker movie, so I'm excited for that too. He's like a Arkham tenant. Like he's a guy that works at Arkham.
Yeah, let's not.
I know you're down on the Joker
this
movie.
Podcast with.
I don't know why, but I think it's gonna be great.
We'll see.
Joaquin.
We also didn't get shit for Joker at San Diego Comic-Con, and that movie's coming out this year.
I'm not surprised by that because they wanted like an air of mystery about it.
Yeah, but you can't like undersell the movie like that when every fucking movie has been shit.
Hey, Aquaman made $1 billion.
Hey man, I liked Aquaman. Also, shout out to fucking Momoa, who's super hardcore, like protesting everything that's going on in Hawaii. He even said that the huge telescope they're trying to build on the mountain.
I've not heard of this.
What, dude? Holy shit! We probably have to do a podcast on this. But
right. Put a pin in it. And we'll come back.
All right. Well, okay.
But just in general, shout out to Jason Momoa.
Yeah, shout out
like
to Jason Momoa for fucking being a badass pimp. Who, my personal opinion, should just quit DC and become Namor. Like, oh god.
The surfer bro Namor.
Dude, fucking badass.
Crushing brewskis.
Oh yeah. Alright, so the Eternals looks cool. Shang-Chi, I mean, there's...
How are we jumping around? Are we just going through all the movies?
Yeah, we'll go to the movies first, and then we'll go through
I didn't know we were doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were just reading it top row, and I was like, this is going to be all over the place.
No. So then after Eternals, we have Shang-Chi being the first movie of 2020, which supposedly is coming out... 2021, which has the date of, like, February 12th.
Which is never good.
No.
February is a bad month. Like,
wait, really?
That's sort of like, because it's post-Oscars and, like, pre-summer, so...
Black Panther came out in February.
That's what I was going to say. Like, Black Panther is, like, the exception to the rule.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Just in general, like, not a lot of great movies come out in February, but there has been a recent change in that. Like a Deadpool came out in February. I think the first Deadpool came out in February because it was Valentine's.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, this isn't
because
your
of all that
classic.
stupid
This
promotion. That was amazing. Yeah, but like, there's a chance it could be good. But I don't know. Just anytime I see February, I just get worried.
Well, there's a lot of hopes for this. Here's the thing. I'm being really weird because, like, again, this is a very niche character. Like, you know, Eternals is super fucking niche. Shang-Chi is very close to that, in my personal opinion. He's like...
I mean, he's a relic. He was really popular, like...
Yeah, like in the Silver Age.
Yeah,
like,
because everybody was so obsessed with, like, kung fu movies.
Yeah.
And everyone was obsessed with him, and then when that died, he died out with it.
Yeah. Reason I'm obviously very sold on this is because they're really hardcore trying to, in my opinion and thought process, go back to like their mistakes of like that kind of later end or early end of phase 2, which was like your Iron Man movie, or your Iron Man 3 movie, which was like super shitty.
I hate that movie.
Super fucking bad, super trash.
I'd rather watch Thor 2 than that movie.
Yes, because at least Thor 2 had to do with like the overall the overall arching theme of this. That movie is so bad. So fucking bad. But so anyways, yeah, the 10 rings, man. I'm like super fucking hyped for this. I think it makes sense bringing him in with Shang-Chi. I think it's cool. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you're right. I am trying to like reel myself back because I don't know.
Because there's just like a lot of question marks about it.
Yeah.
It's not a Thor. It's not a Doctor Strange. It's like something that we've seen.
Yeah, it's not a Captain America or Black Panther, who was even some of the later additions to the Marvel Universe, but like they're at least staple characters like that you have to do.
Because I mean, even Black Panther, even though there was a lot of tempered expectations for that, which were obviously unfounded, like there was enough lore and like history to work off this. Yeah, the lore and history of Shang-Chi is kind of like really fucking racist. So you don't want to dabble in that. Fu Manchu.
And I know, man. And then fucking the Mandarin, like that was the reason why they didn't do the Mandarin, because like they knew how it is portrayed in history, and they have like a huge market in fucking...
I mean, yeah, Disney's just super nervous
China.
about all that racial stuff. Look at Iron Fist. Just kidding. That piece of shit. And you know that kung fu artist who the show was just a boardroom drama? I fucking hated that show. I'm sorry. Tangent. I hope Shang-Chi can rectify the damage that Iron Fist did to that genre.
It would also be super cool for them to like actually drop like who they anticipate or want to be the Iron Fist.
I'm sure there'll be a mention of it.
There has to be. I think there has to be.
Or they'll talk about Kunlun or something. Yeah. There'll be references.
Yeah. I also hope that this isn't a prequel movie. I feel like it's probably
like a prequel to Iron Fist?
Well, to like just in general, anything. Like I want this to be a modern day movie is what I'm saying.
No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be current. Because they can't have their first 2 movies, or 2 of their 3 movies be prequels. And the Eternals being at the far end of the galaxy.
Yeah.
And, like, nothing being happening now.
I was going to say the Eternals could even be a prequel movie. Like, we don't know. Like, it could just be showing, like, way back in the day.
I feel like it's going to be totally isolated and they won't even reference time.
I think... So, my theory is that they're going to be brought up because we're going to... And in present time... because of all the craziness that's been going on in the universe, because of the snap and like all of the things and shit. And then I think what's going to happen is that they will like try coming to Earth or something, because one of the characters' grandson, I think, is going to be Thanos.
Okay.
Because the evil brother... or the brother who's like portrayed as the villain in the comics gets banished to Titan.
Okay.
And Titan is where Thanos is from. So...
And it's known that like Earth is where like the snap happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
Rocket could trace
Yeah.
it immediately.
Yeah.
So like these super beings could like know exactly where the
Exactly.
situation was, so they could do their own thing. And it also makes sense that it would be current because like they're genetically altered
Mm-hmm.
beings, so then that you could talk about like, use that as a way to connect to mutants.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've already sort of said Wanda is like couldn't say
She was
mutant,
a
but she has a
miracle.
latent ability in her genes, superpowered person.
Yeah.
So they could,
Miracle of life.
yeah,
I think
it could open.
I think
doorways
gamma
like
rays
that.
are gonna be what like mutates everybody, because we already explained that gamma radiation like mutate or like
It was-
obviously
the
changes.
stones are radiating.
Yeah,
gamma radiation.
yeah. So I don't know. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they go by.
As long as that gives us a Jessica Walters in the end, I'll be happy. A She-Hulk.
Oh, dude, yes.
I've been
Oh,
harping on it for
God.
years, but I just want that. I don't know why. I want it so badly. I just think it'd be great to have She-Hulk.
You have to have She-Hulk. She's fucking awesome, man. I fucking love She-Hulk. The She-Hulk comics were fucking awesome.
Excuse me.
Bless.
Thank you.
Speaking of, did you see Quentin Nelson's interview?
Who's Quentin Nelson?
He's the rookie defensive tackle from I think Clemson or Alabama. I think Clemson though. He's with the Jets. He's the guy who like
Oh yeah.
did the sneeze. Oh, I love him. He's such a sweet little boy. He's so cute.
simple.
I know,
But
but
I
then
just want to say bless your heart every time I see him.
did you see the when Madden released their ratings? He's got like a 86 or an 89 rating.
Good for him.
Yeah, I know. And he's like, oh yeah, man. He's like, they're like, he came up to the stage. They're like, so what do you think about your like Madden rating? He's like, hey, 86 or 89, whatever it is. He's like, I'll take it. That's cool. I'm gonna go home, play with myself. He was like, wait, no, that came out wrong. Fucking
That's
love
great.
the kid. Good shit, man. Shout out to Quentin Nelson, friend of the pod.
Oh God, if only. That's
We're
our
just-
one get.
I know. We're
is
just gonna
Quentin-
keep like name dropping people and be like friend of the pod. Like who's our other friend of the pod? Forgot who.
Oh fuck. I don't know. Was it Feige? Oh no, I don't know.
Taika Waititi, friend of the pod.
Oh, it's making me so hopeful.
One of these days we're just gonna keep being like so like
It's just faking it till you make it.
I don't know.
If we're just putting it into the universe, and it'll eventually happen.
Yeah. So
Is that Mr. Chief thing coming?
speaking of, yeah, right. Speaking of universe. So this one I think is what I'm like super hyped for as far as like movies go. Doctor Strange and the multiverse of Madness. That's gonna be fucking interesting. So the information we've got behind it is that it is gonna be after the events of WandaVision. It is going to be a team up movie between Wanda and Doctor Strange. So
Mhm.
Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, and it's apparently gonna be Marvel's first like shot at a horror movie, which is gonna be super badass,
Mhm.
especially seeing how like they go by doing all of that and like amplifying the like super trippy like psychological warfare that they already did with the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like holy hell. And even with the fucking parts of Mysterio that they did in Spider-Man
Yeah.
Homecoming.
For sure.
I'm sorry, Far From Home.
Mhm.
So this one I'm super excited for. I'm like super duper excited.
As
for.
long as they're leaning into it as hard as they say they are, I'm excited. I don't want it because I feel like with the first Doctor Strange movie, weren't they already promoting it as being like a horror movie or like a psychological movie like that? There's like
Yeah,
when there's like two scenes.
yeah, they like hyped it up as like a very psychological kind of like trip thriller, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, and then we realistically only got like 2-3 scenes of
Yeah.
like really crazy dimension warping and everything.
Mhm. So as long as they're actually leaning into like a demonic like hellscape that they are, because I mean Doctor Strange like goes to different dimensions and fights demons and shit.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
what he does. So I'm curious what the lead in with WandaVision is going to be, because even like Paul Bettany was like on stage like I don't know how I'm gonna be in this. I'm dead. So I don't know. they said, I can't remember if it was in WandaVision or in the Doctor Strange movie, that they said that you'll understand why she's called the Scarlet Witch.
Ooh.
So it's like, I'm assuming it's she just like loses control and creates like infinite possibility, and then Doctor Strange has to like put it together.
Maybe.
So like a light House of M sort of situation.
Yeah. I'm thinking, and we'll get to the shows next, but I'm thinking that what happens with WandaVision is that she kind of does an MCU version of what she did with her kids in the comics, where like she used her like powers to manifest like these fake children that she like
created a fake life.
Yeah. And so I think that's what she's gonna do in WandaVision, and she's gonna like recreate Vision because they were both made from the same stone.
Yeah.
So
it's something like that.
Yeah. But I'm super excited for it. I think that's the movie that I'm like, it's either that one or this next one, the Thor movie, that I'm like super like.
They're definitely the ones I have the most like, investment and desire for them to succeed. Mm-hmm. And I want to see Doctor Strange like fucking do loose. Crazy shit.
Dude, I know, man.
Because he's sort of like, I felt like he's been so restrained.
Oh yeah.
Like the first movie, I get it. Like he's just learning, but by like the little teaser thing in Thor 3, where like he's fully Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Like
decked.
Yeah, and like I expected so much more out of him in like Infinity War, like, and now he doesn't have the Time Stone.
I know, man.
So
one of the characters that was also hidden or hinted at that I'm like interested to see if he pops up in Doctor Strange is Brother Voodoo. Mm-hmm. Because his brother was in Doctor Strange, the first one, and he was actually the keeper of the New York before he died.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. And we also need to see what's going on with Mordo.
Yeah, Baron Mordo.
Because I mean, he ends the movie fucking killing people in Doctor Strange 1.
He'll
like,
be
saying, like, I'm going after all the sorcerers.
Yeah, he'll be the guy for like the third one probably.
Yeah,
or something.
They'll have to reference him somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, and then holy shit, that scared the.
Yeah, I was. Also, I was really confused because it rang and I looked at the printer.
Yeah.
I was like, why is the printer ringing?
Fucking fax machine. Well, I'm not editing any of this shit. This is gonna be in the pod because we're professional.
Hey. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah,
that's
Thor.
it for that.
Oh,
but
yeah, Thor. I'm super fucking hyped for that bomb they dropped. Fucking Natalie Portman showed up.
I'm surprised she's back.
Yeah. Well, oh man, that's so fucking cool. I'm down.
I mean,
super down.
The only way she was ever gonna come back is if they gave her the.
Oh yeah, the hammer. Gave her the power, man.
I was just curious about like how far into Jane Foster's like story are they gonna give her like incurable cancer, and
be interesting.
Yeah, what is she gonna do in this universe to make herself worthy of Thor?
Yeah, I'm just so glad Taika Waititi's like back on this project. I am so fucking glad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There's such a great chemistry with like him and this universe and how he's revitalized.
Yeah.
Because it's gone from like a Shakespearean drama to goofy sci-fi adventure.
Super down for it.
Yeah.
Super down.
And again, I just love that fucking title card right there.
I know, man.
Love and Thunder. What a fucking name for a movie.
It's also going to be interesting because supposedly Valkyrie, she's looking for a queen.
That's what she said, yeah.
Yeah, she's supposedly
that's what she said. I haven't seen anything in the script, but I know I want my first thing to be is like find my lady.
Yes, like she's the king of Asgard now, and she's gonna be looking for a queen. We don't know what the fuck is gonna be going on with Thor. Evidently, he must have not gone off with the Guardians, or he did, and that's gonna be addressed later.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that's weird that he's like left Endgame on a ship with the Guardians,
yeah,
and then the first movie is gonna be his story after that,
yeah,
and not the
or
Guardians.
we
movie.
just pick up where like they just dumped him on a planet, and like he's like, I gotta find my way back to Earth or something.
Or both movies start the same, and then it just like splits off, and it like
That would be
here's
cool.
Thor's story, and then when Guardian starts, it's the same like first 5 minutes, and then the Guardians fuck off and do their own.
That would be fucking awesome. That would be fucking awesome. It would also be interesting to see if Natalie Portman gets Mjolnir from like a new dimension or something, or
that's right.
or if she gets carries fucking Stormbreaker. Now, of course, comics have been spoiling so many things before like the movies come out. A version of Mjolnir is back in the comics after it was destroyed like 2 years ago, I think. In one of the world wars for like Asgard or something, it was flung into like the sun, and because of willpower, essentially, like Thor had to like will a new Mjolnir into existence.
Okay.
Yeah, so. I mean, I'm imagining, because here's the thing, we don't ever see what happened to like the rubble of Mjolnir, so it could just be all there still because it's enchantment, nobody can pick it up or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
but yeah,
I mean, I wonder what they're gonna like. You don't think that they're gonna do a thing where like this is going to be like Hemsworth last Thor, and then our next Thor movie is Lady Thor.
I don't know, man. I feel like,
is he going to retire after this?
But that's the thing. He doesn't want to. Like it wouldn't necessarily make sense to just do that. Like I think what's going to happen is we have to get at some point like this Thor that we have has been through like fucking hell and back.
Exactly.
And
I mean, he's essentially like a shogun. Like he's just wandering around.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to do battle without like any ties to anything.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think we're gonna find him going through like, because one of the big things that they're pushing for in the comics, and again, assuming that the comics are spoiling everything for the movies, they're pushing towards a King Thor, or old man Thor, like King, when he becomes like the king of Asgard and everything. Like he's a war torn. He's missing an eye. He's missing an arm. He's like gone through hell and back. Like he, fought the God Butcher, and like we've been led up for so long. This like idea of like the ultimate goal in the next decade is to get to like King Thor, and just recently, literally like not even a month ago, after the end of the events of War of the Realms, we have Odin, who's still alive in the comics, finally bow down and name Thor king of like Asgard and the Nine Realms. So I feel like we're getting to a point where that's where we're going. Like,
I don't know.
He's gonna be
weird.
And I not mean king of Asgard, like take back his like throne from Valkyrie, but I mean like king of like the Nine Realms. Like this guy's gonna be like we are now seeing the full power of Thor, which we kind of got tastes of in Infinity War, and then at the very, very end of Endgame.
And even that he was pretty depowered because he just hadn't done anything for like 5 years and was just atrophied.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Very curious.
Yeah. So we'll just burn through the shows, I guess, real quick.
Before we do that, the only other movie we have confirmed is Phase 5.
Yes.
Is fucking Blade.
Dude. So
Mahershala Ali, I love so much.
Oh my god.
He's such an amazing actor. And
I absolutely love the push that man is getting, and like for like all of the right reasons. Like He's a genuinely good human being. He's a fucking badass actor. I'm super fucking hyped to see him in the detective show that we watched.
True Detective?
True Detective.
Did you watch it?
No. Wait, is that season already out?
It ended like 6 months ago, dude.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, no,
I've
not
watched the
seen
show. I've seen it all.
Is it good?
It's real interesting because it's... I mean, True Detective is like a sort of anthology detective show.
Yeah.
And you're following this guy, Mahershala Ali, when he's like... It starts out with like him as a young guy.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like he's in this town and these 2 kids go missing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like him trying to figure out what happened to these kids, and then it also jumps around throughout time to him being like 10 years older, and like the case still isn't resolved, and then to him when he's like an old man starting to get like Alzheimer's, and apparently it still isn't resolved, and he's like doing an interview with this young reporter, like trying to go over it all, trying to still find results, and you like are going through the first episode, and like it's not like a spoiler for the show or anything, but the end of the first episode, like one of the kids is like found dead, but like presented on like an altar in a cave.
What the fuck?
So then it like turns into this whole other thing, but like that's how the show starts, but then by the end it's like almost a different show.
Oh shit.
It's real interesting.
Get the fuck out.
Hi, baby.
You
Love you.
son of a bitch.
Love you.
You asshole.
Because you're here.
What a lowlife. This guy being a good parent. What the hell? Get him. What movie are you excited for, House?
Probably Blade, probably.
It's not even on the dock. God damn it.
Oh.
But we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Stay on topic, Nathan, True Detective over here.
You brought it up.
Anyways.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's where
This
we're
guy
at, too.
knows. Yeah, I know.
Because if it's gonna be a horror movie, like that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
Just want to get scared.
yeah. This is Javier for the 3 listeners that we have. Friend of the pod.
No, not a friend.
No. Acquaintance of the pod.
Enemy of the pod.
Ruiner of
The pod is
time and
Space?
I don't know.
I don't know where the fuck you were going with that.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. God damn it. This is taking so fucking long. It's just gonna stay in the fucking pot. I'm not editing this shit.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cares. Nobody other than me. It's gonna be played out. Holy shit. Like so much fucking noise. God damn it.
Later.
What the fuck?
Well, we have no information. Back to what we're actually talking about. We have no information about what the fuck the Blade movie is going to be. We just know it exists and who Blade is. So, it's all just hype.
Yeah. Just hype.
Which I think is funny. I mean, it sort of makes sense with like the caliber of the actor that Mahershala Ali is, that they've already cast him as that. But like 3 days before San Diego Comic-Con, they just cast Shang-Chi. Did you see that?
No!
Like when they brought the dude out, it was like, yeah.
Who's
like, this is
gonna
so
be Shang-Chi?
it's some random actor, I don't know his name. But he was like, yeah, like I did screen tests 5 days ago, and I got the call 2 days ago that I got the job. So you're
awesome.
learning about this just as I am.
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Cool.
Alright,
We
burn
can,
through.
well, we can just save that for another pod. Holy shit, 50
I mean,
minutes.
a lot of it is just like nonsense.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?